Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Chris Nation, what is going on? I'm Chris Ingram.
And I'm Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffin podcast where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest, man. Welcome back to another episode. We so glad to be back with y'all, man. Hopefully y'all glad to be here with us and rock out on this good Monday morning. I need to get this gum out of my mouth. But anyway, before we go forward, man, Evan, it's been a long week, brother. How you been doing, man? What's going on with you?
Your boy doing good. Just another week. Just grinding, just all we doing. When this episode comes out, I will be 5 days away from heading back to school. So you know how that is. You've been to college.
Damn.
Your wife's been to college. Yeah, so it's a lot going on right now. And as of actually, when this episode comes out, I'll be either in a plane on the way back to Memphis or in Maryland, finna come back to Memphis, because I'm traveling with my brother when this comes out. So just a lot of moving parts, bro. Another day at work, another week of working out. But it's been good, bro. Just you know how life be sometimes. But you know how we said before, we're gonna pray about it. But that's all I can really say, man, without saying too much.
Yes,
How was
sir.
your week? How was your week, Mr. Ingram?
Bro, my week sucked, bro.
See, I wasn't trying to be all Debbie Down and all that, but this man right here, I wasn't trying to do it like that, but if we really gonna talk about it, we can talk about it.
My week sucked, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Hey, it sucked, but you know what? It's okay to say that sometimes, man. Like, we get so caught up as men sometimes, bro. Like, or just people. I ain't gonna say that because we do have, women that listen to this show as well. As people, we get so caught up and being Superman and Superwoman all the time. Macho Man, Randy Savage, ain't nothing bothering me. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Life is perfect. Life is great. And that ain't nobody. That's nobody's real
Hell
story.
No.
Except for Snoop Dogg. And even him, he done went through some stuff,
Yeah, Snoop Dogg gets paid just to vibe and do things, random things in his life. I aspire to be as carefree as Snoop Dogg one day.
That man life is on Hall of Fame. Like, Hall of Fame living is him.
He's playing on rookie difficulty. He's playing on freshman difficulty for our college football fans. He does.
No. He's on Hall of Fame playing against life as a rookie. Get difficulty.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. What he's doing. So shout out Snoop Dogg, man. So hopefully we can get to your status one day. We can just be us and get paid millions of dollars to do that. So
Yeah, man. I done messed around called COVID this week. I mean, man,
wow.
On top of everything, it's been a week, dog.
Yeah, you did say the fam got sick. Everybody doing good.
We on the other side.
That's
side.
Good.
I was doing some walking at the store, just how you do grocery shop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I'm out of breath. This ain't
something ain't right. Something
ain't right. But other than that, yeah, we on the other side of it. Man, speaking of Snoop Dogg, I got a quick little funny story, bro, about Snoop. Don't you know I ain't gonna say we, because some people maybe they may have known, some maybe didn't know. Bro, I went years thinking Snoop Dogg was my cousin. Like first, second cousin type stuff. All right, so we got a family.
No, Chris from Memphis to Snoop Dogg from Los Angeles are somehow okay.
They'll tell you, right?
Okay.
So it's a family reunion in Los Angeles. Now, I didn't go to this family reunion. I actually stayed. We didn't go this particular year. Normally we make every last family reunion. But anyway, this particular reunion was in Los Angeles, California. And at this hotel, the surname, whatever you call the name of the family, like the branch that we're, basically coming down from, is Harris. Well, he has Harris roots. And the weird part about it was another Harris family in the same hotel having a reunion with us in Los Angeles. So he comes in the hotel, and I'm paraphrasing the story because this is what was told to me. He's coming into the hotel. He got Bishop Don Juan with him, which is like, why is he with you going to a family reunion? And he like, yeah, I'm here for the Harris reunion, taking pictures, all this stuff. So I ran with that for years until like finally, like my aunt told me like a couple years back, she's like, yeah, it was 2 Harris people there. I think he was with them, not with us. I said, oh, so damn, he ain't my cousin. I've been lying.
How long were you telling your friends, hey y'all, guess what? You know, Snoop Dogg my cousin. How long was you saying
that? At least a good 10.
A good decade.
A good man. Probably
that's tough.
Probably so. Yeah. I think I got the news. Probably I was about 22, 23. And
so from 12, so you was that kid in elementary and middle school saying, hey y'all, LeBron James, my cousin, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, so you was that kid.
Yeah. And you know what? It's still probably some possibility. You know how, slavery got all our roots messed up, man. Me and you probably, first cousin.
Our names ain't our names for real. You know, if you really think about it. Our names ain't really our names. Someone gave us our names, but we didn't get all nah.
I need to get on what is it, 23andMe? What is that website?
Ancestry.com.
Yeah, man, I gotta do all that because I don't know. It's a lot. Ooh, it's the most that I tell you about later. Yeah,
we'll do that off camera.
Boy, it's family. Ooh, man.
Families are funny.
Let me stop. But before we get it popping, bro, I just want to ask you. I don't think I asked you this one in a while. It's always up to date. Every week, every month, man. What you riding to? What you listening to? What you bumping right now in the whip when you
that's a great question. I'm always adding stuff like every day. I've been on West Side Gun, if you know who that is. I've been listening to his Flyers Ninja in Charge album. Is the stuff I've been listening to.
What's the name of that group? Griselda? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my brother put me on that. So I've been listening to that to him. I'm always on. I'm trying to. If everybody have a man of faith, so I'm trying to get more to the Christian rap type of beat. I'm getting into it. Listen to Eshawn Burgundy. I'm telling you, listen to Eshawn Burgundy, and you will change your mind. That's the only really Christian rapper I have. So I've been listening a lot to him, and also the song that's currently in my rotation a lot. If y'all don't know, I'm a big fan of the Peacock series Bel Air of the reimagined Fresh Prince.
It
is back.
I ain't watching yet, so don't spoil nothing, bro. Nope.
I ain't gonna say nothing. But no, it was a song that came on the first episode called Holding Back Tears by this guy named Stick Figure, and it appeared in the first episode, so I thought it was hard. So I added it to my playlist. But nothing like no real big albums, because I don't really think any albums drop later of people that I really listen to. Man, just the stuff here and there. If I had to say one person, West Side Gun, it's probably the guy I'm listening to probably the most right now. But other than that, like nothing crazy. Just my regular rotation of people. What about you, man? Who's if I get in the Ingram car, who's bumping? What's bumping in the Ingram car?
Man, it depends on who's in there. If it's me and the family,
that is true.
It's probably some Gabby Dollhouse, some Gracie Corner. She loves this Lotto song, Sunshine with Lil Wayne and Childish Gambino. We got a whole playlist for Lena. So if she in the car, that's what I'm probably listening to, or maybe some jazz, so I ain't got to worry about cuss words and crazy stuff flying off. But for me, or me and the wife, I've been really big on Blast, his latest album lately. And
I haven't listened to it.
What's the other dude? Oh, Capella Gray, Vibe Responsibly. Like, first of all, I love the title. You talk about drink responsibly or whatever. Vibe Responsibly. That title was so dope. It's volume 1, so I think he's gonna come out with some more volumes. But them two have been in constant rotation. Blast is one of my favorite artists anyway.
Yeah.
And, I didn't really like the album at first because like he got this thing called it's not one bad Blast song, which obviously that's kind of far-fetched, but dude be hitting like he hit it at a high rate. And at first when the album came out, it was just different from what I'm used to from him. But it was like his debut album. Everything else, I guess he's calling a mixtape, which is crazy. But the more and more I listen, I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. This actually goes. So them being the two, I'm an R&B guy anyway. So they are like right in that middle of they can rap, but they harmonize and they sing it. So that's what I've been on, bro. Them two, Capella Gray and Blast, them been the main two in rotation lately. So
I
It may change next week.
I need some new R&B people. R&B people in my
I told you I was supposed to be sending you stuff weeks ago. I gotta send you some stuff, bro.
You gotta send me because I have most of my because I'm so on the go most of the time during the day and just during the week. It's just mostly rap in my car. Of course, I love raps. Rap.
You going to your go-to. You ain't trying to listen to nothing new.
Exactly. So I need some more stuff that I can throw in my car because I have I'll have to send you. You know, I'm finna be talking about this so long, but I have a bars playlist. I just want to listen to just people just straight spitting bars.
Same thing. Yeah.
I listen that a lot. Because that is it's a rhythm. It's repetitive. It's not repetitive, but it's a rhythm. I can just go. I can listen to our words, but also do what I'm doing. That one is probably that's my go-to playlist. Or if I'm just vibing or chilling, I have my vibes playlist. And then if I
got the same names of our play. This is weird.
Great minds thinking alike. And then the last one I go to, if I want to listen to some R&B or just some vocals, I have it has vocals where it's just like people just singing. You see the Commodores.
I might have to go on steal that.
Yeah, so if you got Alicia Keys on here, you got Marvin Gaye on here, it's just a little bit of everybody. So those are my 3 go-to playlists that I go to when I'm listening just in the car and all that. So I need to add some more to that for sure.
You gotta add some Jay Howell on there. Memphis' own Jay Howell. That boy sound like a male Beyonce. That's a male Beyonce is crazy.
I've never heard that comparison before. I'm gonna have to listen because that's a crazy comparison.
I'm gonna see you some stuff, bro. But yeah, I found out he from Memphis. I man, this dude, I heard him on XM radio one day. I'm like, this man singing his ass off, and then to find out he literally from the city. So shout out to him, man. But and shout out to my guy Kendrick P too. He probably ain't even listening to this podcast, but whatever. R&B up and coming R&B. Well, he been on it for a minute out of Memphis. We gotta support our own. We support all the rappers, bro. We gotta support our R&B coming out of the city. That's true. These dudes should be literally on major records because both of Kendrick is in that kind of Bryson Tiller thug singing at this. I didn't say thug singing, but you know what I'm saying, street singing. I feel he got a lot of songs with Don Tripp, the other artists, things like that. But Jay Howell, he he on some brother go sing in an opera. It's great. It's ridiculous. But anyway,
you funny.
We're gonna get right to the news, man. I am excited for this episode because I got a feeling. Y'all know we got the next season Outlook series. Talking about. It always get just a little type of crazy when we talk about them, just a little bit, maybe not too much. We'll see though.
We'll see. The waters are murky right now. We're gonna see if the shark gonna come on and try to make the waters all crazy. So we'll see.
I got something that I'm gonna pop it off with it. I'm definitely gonna have. How you respond to the question I got?
If you say trade Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm gonna hit you.
No.
Don't say nothing crazy like that. Don't say nothing crazy like that.
I mean, I ain't doing it today.
Okay, Chris. I'm driving past Clarksville. I will stop by and find you if you say something crazy. I will stop by in the middle of my way to Johnson City and come find you. Say something crazy.
I don't live there no way, so it don't matter. Anyway, the Grizzlies schedule is released.
Yes, it has.
Really, everybody's schedule released. It ain't just us, but it got released on Thursday. I ain't really give too much of thought about it, honestly, bro. I do got my games that I'll kind of go through here in a second, but just with based off what you saw, if you looked at it, is there any particular games you're excited about? Any particular just things that you noticed about the schedule, man? Just give it to the people.
I have a very probably I won't say unethical, but maybe an unpopular opinion about these schedule releases because it's not like the NFL where everybody doesn't play everybody. NFL,
right?
It's not like the college football where you have a select teams you either have to play or some teams you're just gonna miss because of schedule. In the NBA, everyone plays everyone. Yes, things may be harder depending on your division or your conference, but still you're gonna play everybody. So I saw people real up in arms about the last week of the season. We were playing Denver, Minnesota, and I think someone else the last 3 games of the season in Dallas. Yeah, Dallas, Minnesota, and someone else. And everyone was like, "That's a terrible road trip." Yes, it's hard on scheduling, but not to sound I don't want to sound super insensitive, but these guys are millionaires that are getting paid to play basketball. I feel and they've been doing it for a long time. I feel it's gonna be easy, but can they take a hard road trip? Yeah, because that's what they get paid to do. So I don't really get too hung up in the schedule because I believe you have to play who's in front and you have to win games regardless. Because you're gonna see everybody down the line. Like I get it if we're talking about the year race in Memphis and we don't have any ranked opponents on our schedule, so we win out and we don't get a high seeding because we play who's in front of us. But with the NBA, everyone plays everyone. So I got smoke for everybody. Like that's the mentality. I don't have any game circled because it's smoke for whoever. And that's just kind of how I feel about it, to be honest with you. We're gonna play the Denvers, we're gonna play the Bostons, we're gonna play the LAs, the Golden States. Like, I guess the only game that I guess I'm ready to see is Dylan Brooks coming back to Memphis with our full squad. That's the only one like I guess I care about if I had to say anyone, like his first game back. Because last year he was talking crazy when we had Gigi Jackson and the G League team, and he was talking crazy. So yeah, I want to see if his tune is gonna change when we have the squad back with him. Yeah, other than that, man, play who's in front of you, win games, and get a good seeding. But honestly, I don't really care about seeding anymore because we've won a lot of regular season games.
Thank you. I
don't really care. Like, as long as we got home court advantage, as long as we have top 4 seed, and as long as we avoid 6 through 10 to play in, like. I really don't care because I want to go far. I want to play in June, in July, or May and June. Yeah. So everybody be up and on. I feel like this gives some people to talk about, but hey, play who's in front of you, kick their tail and keep moving. And that's my piece on it.
Yeah. Like I said, I was looking for really 2 things when that schedule popped off. Rockets and Thunder.
Oh, you want the Thunder? You want to see? Yeah, I get that.
That's it. I have the dates actually. October 25th. Right, I think that's the first week of the season. We're going to the Rockets. Mm-hmm. I'll be in front of my TV probably for 90%, 95% of these games anyway. But that night, I'll be probably glued. I'll be sitting up in a chair like this, ready.
Had the baby in hand with the bottle. Just make sure she good.
No. Wife gotta eat the baby that night because I may throw my hands up. I ain't no telling what I'm gonna be doing. I may be on top of the ottoman. No. January 9th, we play them in the city. Dylan Brooks return game. Hopefully, Lord willing, versus a full Grizzlies team.
Yeah.
And then January 30th, we play them again at home, live on TNT. That's the one I really got circled. Because that's going to be, we know the storyline is going to get twisted. He didn't play the real team last year, and he hit the game winner and all that. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, I hope they don't trade your ass before January 30th. I just hope they don't. Then December 29th, that's our first game at the Thunder, and then we play them again February 8th at home. The fake Grizzlies, the T-Move Grizzlies, whoever you want to call them, got something for your ass. That's all I gotta say.
I have another unpopular take, and I know Grizz Twitter is probably gonna get on my case about this, but I don't really care because I want to say it anyway. I necessarily don't care about how many national TV games we get.
I ain't care about that either, because guess what? All I is gonna be watching on Bally or wherever it said anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. And I personally, I don't like hearing the national TV broadcast.
I feel like we lose.
It's that we either lose or just the commentary is mainly biased towards the other team because 9 side of the team we're playing a team with a bigger market and a bigger name on the other side. Like look at national TV.
Shout out to Mark Jones.
Yeah, exactly. If you look at our national TV, we're playing the Lakers on national TV, the Warriors, the Bucks. I think we're playing like super big markets with bigger names. So the broadcast is preference towards those teams. Like I think we have one of, if not the best, local commentary team in the NBA.
Oh, no,
to be honest with you. Pete and Brea and BK, they do their thing. So I don't really care about how many TV games we get because when we get to the playoffs, all the games gonna be national TV, and then we gotta win. So
right.
Like it was cool that one year we played on Christmas. I was hyped that because that's one of us to play on Christmas with the whole beef with the Warriors, yada yada yada. But now I couldn't care less about the regular season because I know we have a great regular season team. I want us to play in May and June. and get to the Western Conference Finals at the worst, and hopefully be playing for an NBA championship this summer. So everything else is just formulaic at this point. So sorry, I don't. If we played no game national TV, I wouldn't care. I truly wouldn't care.
That's a little disrespectful when you got a team.
I understand the reason why, because it gives more exposure to the team. But I'm just in the mindset that I'm cool with everybody being against us. If you from the city of Memphis, we good. We stay in time. I want everybody on the outside and all the other 49 states to not like us. I don't care. Be disrespectful all you want. I don't care. But when it comes May and June, we're going to kick y'all tail and we're going to be competing for a championship. And that's all I care. Do I want us in that TV games? Of course I do. More exposure. But is that something I'm just yearning for? No, y'all be disrespectful. Y'all pick the Thunder over us. Say Jalen Brunson better than John Morant. Pick all these teams over us. But when that ball go up, y'all can see what we got waiting for y'all. And that's my piece on it. Argue with your mama.
Straight like that, man. The COVID still kicking my butt. Make sure y'all, dog. Well, it's gone now. That voice is cracking like crazy. Make sure y'all comment below. Let us know which game matchups, teams, whoever players that y'all excited to see this team play against. I don't care. Memphis versus everybody.
Facts. That's exactly what it is. Everybody.
While we on announcements, man, Nike. I ain't gonna even say Nike because I don't even know if it was they doing, but these shoe aggregating sites, they have basically announced the Ja 2 and when it's coming and how much it's gonna be. Some of the colorways they got. Thoughts on the shoe, bro? Well, what's your thoughts on that Ja 2? I'm actually, as you going through, and we'll probably pull up a couple of them. But what's your thoughts when you first saw the Ja 2?
I think it's a good looking basketball shoe, and this is speaking as a person that doesn't play basketball as much as he used to. But I feel like it's a good looking shoe. Do I feel like it looks better than the Ja 1? Off a simple silhouette, yes. But I also would like to see the colorways that they come out with the Ja 2, because I feel like the Ja 1 colorways, there were a lot of dope colorways in the Ja 1. The one colorway I still haven't got my hands on is a scratch colorway with the Vancouver Grizzly colors. That's the one colorway I still haven't. But I hope they do more stuff like that in the Ja 2. And honestly, I just think it's time for the Ja 2, because Ja been wearing this shoe since Christmas 2022. That's a long time to be wearing the same. Yeah, I get he was hurt. I get he was suspended, but that's still a long time.
Long.
2.5 years.
I feel like Anda had two shoes in 8 months.
Exactly. Like, if Nike, if y'all kind of push Ja Morant as one of your faces of the brand when LeBron retires and Kyrie's gone, so like, and KD's finna retire, you need to get this guy some more shoes, and hopefully we don't have to wait till 2026 till we get to Ja 3. I
don't think we will.
Nah, I hope not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, but I think it's a pretty good looking shoe, man. Like, I'm excited. Hopefully, it comes out at a affordable price. Well, it's probably affordable price because it's Ja Morant. So hopefully, it's widely accessible so everybody can get it, so we can see a lot of people in the form wearing them. And that's that on that, bro. I like the shoe. What was your thoughts, though?
Yeah, I'll be honest, that the Ja 1, I wasn't like super excited about it. From the look standpoint, I was excited as hell that as a Memphian and a Memphis Grizzlies fan, one of our players, our very own superstar, our first superstar in a sense, basically had his own shoe. And probably whatever it looked like I was gonna buy it. I bought this signature. What was the first one called?
You talking about the pink? You talking about the blue colorway?
The pink, blue, yellow. Yeah. I bought that one.
The day one. It was like the day one.
Day one. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I bought those, hooped in them a couple times, but the other colorways, they was a little just different to me. And then it was the material too. I feel like they could have did him as basically the face of Nike going forward at this point. I feel like they could have did him a little bit more justice. I know the price of the shoe played a part in that too, but
yeah.
I just feel like they could have did more. I feel like they relied on colorways with that shoe more so than the actual design of the shoe itself.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the materials were, I wouldn't say cheap, but they weren't premium, if you get what I'm saying. Right. They weren't the quality wasn't as good as you expect. But you also have to think about if you look at the track record of I should say Kyrie, well, Nike and their shoes, they don't give premium materials for first shoe athletes. Kyrie Irving's shoe didn't have the most premium stuff on it. KD, you go back to KD's shoe, it was a pretty basic basketball shoe. Kobe's first shoe,
like Hyperdunks.
like nobody except LeBron. LeBron's the only person that gave like premium leather too. But if you go back to the history of Nike athletes, no one really had it. It takes them to the second, third shoe to really get that premium stuff. So you can look back at Giannis.
Mesh, bro. This mesh. This right here, and then even on this outside. It was a roach run. Like
I said, I don't think these are the most. I think the Jordan ones could have been a lot more comfortable from the material and from the cushion standpoint. Yeah. But like I said, you're not gonna get the most. You're not gonna get the full length zoom. You're not gonna get the you're not gonna get the premium mesh for first signature basketball shoe. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm confident Nike will be able to do it. Honestly, because I was a Kyrie fan. Well, I'm a Kyrie fan. I was a Kyrie shoe line fan. I really hope the consistency that Kyrie had with his shoes with Nike, I hope Ja Morant has the same thing. Because consistently, Kyrie had the best performing on court basketball shoe and probably had one of the best looking basketball shoes dang near every year. So I can kind of see that happening. So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. And I stop saying people saying, oh, it looks like Kobe's, it looks like Kyrie's. Well, yeah, because Ja Morant likes playing in Kobe's and Kyrie's. So they're gonna fix the design of the shoe of what the player likes.
I get that, but I think they still can find a way to make a different silhouette, bro. Like this is literally your face of your company. I get that, but you literally can still make it in a way to where it's a dope shoe. Like, I'm sorry, you look at Ant. I hate comparing his shoe to Ant, but
you gonna get folk mad at you.
I don't care. Them are those are the two guys when it comes to shoes going forward. And Ant having just that, his shoe is just dope, bro. I'm sorry. Like the first one was like a Yeezy basketball shoe is what it looked like. The second one is kind of looking like a low top foam posit. It looks crazy. Like they finding innovative ways to make his shoe look good, but also it's gonna be a performance shoe. It's a basketball shoe. So I need them on that job 3 to kind of try to figure out a way to do that. Give it some type of a look, a signature Ja look. Like when we look back on it 10 years from now, okay, this was a Ja shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like when LeBron, you can't look at hardly any LeBrons except for maybe the last couple ones. It'd be like them first like 10, that was a different design every time. And them first probably like 9 or 10 was the coldest LeBron. So I do like these nightmares. Like I said, the mesh is still on here, but they put a lot more leather around the shoe, like just a lot more, I feel like, detail. And the shoe only going up $20. It went from $110 to $130. So I think like they found ways to be like useful other material. I love these right here, the nightmares. I've been trying to find pictures of the inside forever and finally found them. Insides look good. You know, they're not bad looking at all to me. As far as from what you've seen, these first couple drops, what's your favorite colorway so far?
That one. That
red one.
It reminds me of. It's not the same colorway, but it just reminds me of it. The Kyrie. Not say Kyrie. I keep saying Kyrie. The Chinese New Year Kobe 6s. I think that's Kobe 6s. Like that's what that reminds me of. It just gives those. They vibes.
Give you that vibe.
Ain't like the Bruce Lee Kobe's. Those, I think it was Kobe 6, Kobe 7 Bruce Lee version. If you remember that shoe, that's what I don't really like the purple that much. Just my opinion. I don't like the purple that much. But the red is tough in my opinion. It just gives me that Kobe, Bruce Lee, Kobe Chinese New Year type vibe, which I really mess with.
I think these gonna look cold on the court for sure. Once he get his, Grizzly gear on or whatever. I'm just glad because I remember when the first picture came out, this looked like it was like some velvet or something, bro. This looks like it's a better material. So I like these. I see they got the 2-tone swooshes on them, and it was maybe 1 or 2 more. I think that I saw. They had like some Christmas colorways or something like that.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Christmas colorway for sure. Even though we're not playing on Christmas this year, but
I can't. Whatever. Yeah, them were cold too, but they ain't really give us too much.
See, I ain't really like.
Anyway,
okay I ain't like them like that. They were okay. Maybe because I ain't get a good picture of them, but the red one's definitely my favorite for sure. Yeah, most definitely.
When he put them on feet, I think Feet and jersey gonna make these look even better. I like these 100%. Let me just set it on wax. I think the Ja 2 was a much better looking shoe than the first one. I think it's gonna sell more even than what it did the first time. Just because he's gonna be in people's faces go around and they ain't gonna have no choice but to pay what they weigh this time when it comes to Ja. I can't wait, bro. This is gonna be a crazy season.
Facts, bro.
I can't wait. Y'all let us know in the comments what's your thoughts on the Ja 2. Are you feeling them? Are you gonna be buying them? What's your favorite colorway so far? They also dropped some all black ones, which I put a tweet out there and it went crazy. I need them the very first playoff game for that whole team to walk in there wearing, and hopefully they're playing in that all black Ja 2.
I saw that. Yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope,
bro. On Black Forces time, I need that energy.
Everybody come in with black hoodies on. Everybody like it's a funeral. SV on straight.
We finna come take some
murder beer. That's one time I want Vince Williams to lead out the tunnel because he the crazy one. I need Vince Williams with the all black on, all black tape. He had a tape. I need the black tape. I need the black headband.
Yes, sir.
Everything. Oh, this. Oh, I know we're not talking about this, but quick thing. How'd you feel about the leaked Grizzly Vancouver white coming back? And then they said they may be in the Memphis Sounds.
No, they coming back. Yeah, they redesigning the Memphis Sounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that white one. I'm just glad to have that white one back because when Ja first came in the league and they had those teal ones.
Yeah,
that's when the Mike Bibby Vancouver's was like everywhere. Just everybody just get their hand on a Grizzly jersey, and I was like, Mike Bibby was one of my favorite players. I was a Sacramento Kings fan before Memphis got to Memphis. So
yeah,
like I loved him, but I'm sorry, bro. Like, no, get me a current player in something like that. So I'm glad they coming back, being able to get my hands on a Ja, Jaren, Bane. Probably gonna shoot for a GG in that colorway. I don't know, but I'm excited for that for sure. That sound's gonna hit hard too.
And this is a very, in my opinion, I feel like the Memphis Sounds jersey is arguably the best jersey we ever had. I give the teal Vancouver, the white Vancouver, then Memphis Sounds. That's just I think those red Memphis Sounds jerseys are so hard. I think they are. I got the Vancouver jerseys and then the Memphis Sounds. That's just my opinion.
Over this?
You talking about you gonna bring out the black from last year?
Over this?
You gonna bring out the black? I feel like you gonna bring out the black.
You don't see what I'm circling right here? Hold on. It ain't showing it. My bad.
Yeah.
Hold on. Over this?
I love that jersey. I love that. That jersey is incredible, especially when everybody had the
uniform.
Yeah,
but come on, bro.
I love that. God. I love that jersey. I really do. That's a dope jersey.
The moments.
Yes, the aura.
This might be but do you see the glow? Do you remember this moment right here? Oh my God!
Yes, I watched that live. Yes, I did. I watched that live.
God. Come on, bro. This is.
I don't know. No.
Bro, this is the hardest uniform in Memphis history, dog.
The only reason, this is just how my awkward brain works. I love a jersey that screams the city. Like, I feel like the Vancouver just screams classic city. The Memphis Sounds is the music of it. That's just a dope jersey. That's just a good looking jersey. It doesn't scream like Memphis.
I'm so mad I missed this, bro.
To me, that's what I'm saying.
I'm so mad I missed this.
Cause I like the one on the bottom left with the black with Des Bane. I feel like that jersey screams Memphis more than the one you just saw. That's why I like that jersey so much. I don't think it's better than the one you just showed me.
I got this one. I would trade right now. Let me put this out there right now. If anybody has that navy blue job, navy, yeah, you got to be a job. If anybody got that navy blue one, I will trade you right now for this. I got this in a job right now. I will trade you right now. Matter of fact, I'll probably trade you and even throw you a little something on the side. I want this jersey so bad, bro. Even the Nike sign had like a crystal or something.
Crystal,
like
iridescent. It was like
I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need this, man. Hey, T. Morant, John Morant, Trey Draper, somebody. Hey, help a brother out, bro. I need this jersey, dog. I got every job jersey except for this. Somebody. Jesus Christ.
Car babysitter. Somebody.
Come on, D-Tap.
Shot by nine. How about not? I know you got one.
How about
bro.
not? Somebody. Where everybody? Shaq. Man, somebody.
Buchanan, Shaq Buchanan.
Man.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm calling the whole crew out, man. Somebody get me that jersey, please, bro. I pay for it. Last one, we ain't gonna stay on this one too long with the news, man. AP released their college football rankings. I just run through the quick, just top 20.
I got it right here if you want me to. I got it.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Top 10, top 50. Which one to go to?
Do top 10 and then tell me who your surprising that was either in or who that didn't make it in the top 10.
Okay, the top 10 is Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan, and Florida State. LSU right outside the top 10, 13. Missouri is very high at 11. That surprised me. Very high. And Florida State, I feel like I understand why they got them ranked number 10, but I feel like it's a little disrespectful for a team that went undefeated last year and is returning a lot of the same guys. Of course, Jordan Travis is not there, obviously, so that's a big reason why. But yeah, I thought that was a little disrespectful to have them ranked number 10. I would say like maybe 7-6 area, do them a little justified. Yeah, and even Michigan being number 9 is kind of crazy to me. I think that's a little low, but these AP polls don't really mean that much. They're preseason polls. Edges, you have to defend. I don't know. It's just weird to me. But what I wanted to go to was Memphis got 16 votes, which may be a little low, but they are the 1-2 out of all the group of 5 teams. They have the third most votes, which I think is pretty good. I think it's pretty.
They had a top 15 or top 20 class or something. I think I saw transfer portal. It was something like that. So
I forgot.
It makes sense.
Is FSU still in American, or are they in the Big Ten or something? SMU.
I don't even try to keep up with all this shit, man. It's so between that and transfer portal, I just be like, all right, bro. I will see y'all like week 3, and hopefully by week 3 I know where everybody is, because it's just so much movement. Like it's hard to keep up with now.
I'm trying to think. They in Atlantic. They in the ACC now. SU's in the ACC. That's funny. Anyway, shout out Memphis. We are diehard Memphis football fans, and I feel like, I am a diehard Memphis football fan. I feel like this is I wouldn't say we're gonna make the playoff, but I say this is probably the best chance we've had to make a meaningful bowl game.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for him. Seth Hennigan, even though I'm not a big fan of you, please lead this team to a very good record. And that's all I got to say. I don't think these preseason polls mean a lot, because the preseason is preseason. You never know. People may get hurt. People may just ball out. You never know. But, it's something to talk about. I just like that Memphis got some good votes. And I feel like the disrespect on Florida State is a little bit out there. But, that's my little thoughts on it, y'all. We ain't got to talk about it too much. We'll see what happens. Cause I feel like this is another tangent. I'm gonna get on for like 5 seconds. I feel like the best time to be a sports fan for me is like October to December, because that's when every night you have NFL football, college basketball, and NBA on. And that's just my favorite time to be a sports fan, because every night, Sunday through Saturday, it's something on. And that's the time of year that we're going into, and that's the part I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I'm LSU was kind of surprising, them being 13. They usually feel like they always top 5. I don't know, that's just me, but like you said, I don't really have too much to gripe about on the list outside of that, because ain't nobody played a game yet. I don't care about this point system or nothing like that. And to them guys that just get out there and lay hats on each other, it's really pointless. But I do see Memphis, I do see Colorado. I'm keeping my eye on both of them to make that jump into that top 25. Probably, I would say within the first 5 weeks of the season. I see that, because I don't see
first 5 weeks.
I don't see nobody really rocking on Memphis like that. Just in the conference that we in, with them having the type of transfer and just offseason that they had. And Colorado too, like they done reshape their whole program. I've been hearing there's been a lot of pro scouts at all of their practices and stuff like that. Obviously, you got Dion that's going to attract that. But they got some real dogs over there. So I'm excited to see what I'm going to be watching them just as much as I'm watching Memphis, just like I did last year.
Nah, for sure. Nah, it was a point where everyone in America was a Colorado fan for like 3-4 weeks, and that was the best. That was the most entertaining part of college football last season, especially that game in Colorado State when everybody was up to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I
fell asleep and woke back up. That jump was still on. I said, bro, what is happening?
I was in my dorm room going crazy. Went to sleep in the third quarter. I'm like, the game over. It's double overtime, and Travis Hunter got hurt. What the? So yeah, it was a lot. Also,
that game they played against Oregon, though, I fell off the train a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Now my quarterback is him, Bo Nix. Shout out to him.
But again, talking about Colorado, again, I just want to shout out my boy Dallin Hayden, friend of mine who is now probably going to be the starting running back for Colorado, Memphis, Tennessee product, out of Christian Brothers High School, transferred from Ohio State, did 2 years at Ohio State, didn't get. He's a redshirt junior because he didn't play enough games because they played him in spot minutes. He was productive, but didn't play enough games to get the full year under his belt. So I just think that's a good opportunity for him to actually show his talent. I just want to put on for my boy Dallin. Again, he's same. He came out of the same high school same year as me. Worked out with dude, good friend of mine. So I just want to shout out Dallin. I hope you're doing good at Colorado, bro. I'm ready to see you ball out this year, man.
Shout out to him. Y'all let us know who y'all got going all the way in college football this year. I know it ain't Dick Saban gone, so probably ain't gonna pick Alabama.
As long as Batman win, I don't care.
I ain't up tired to see it.
Or Tennessee. Yeah, Bama, Tennessee. Nah, we don't rock with y'all.
Yeah, get up out of here. Well, that's all we got for the No Bluffin News, man. Before we get to the main topics that we got today, which is going to talk some Jaren Jackson, as well as we're going to talk some NBA 2K ratings before we get out of here. We're going to hit y'all with this first commercial break, and we'll be back on the other side. Y'all stay tuned, stay locked in. We'll see y'all in a second.
For the next 2 seasons, are we officially referring to Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium as the Liberty Hole?
I think Liberty Hole is hilarious. I just don't know what they have constitutes as a hole because it's half the day.
It's a hole in the stadium.
It's bigger than a hole.
The seats that are still there, are those coming?
The chairbacks?
Are they coming out or are they staying?
No, they're my parents sit there. They will be sitting there.
Who is going to sit there?
My parents 100% will be in those seats. The sun will no longer disappear. TJ and I will be fried every week. How weird is it going to be to just be like looking out straight at the Coliseum?
Wild.
I think the best part though is we'll be able to keep an eye on our cars right there because we do park in direct sight line of that opening. So we'll be able to see if anything fishy's going on. No lie, if something happened, I would sprint across the field straight through there to that opening and straight to my vehicle.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
David Aldridge, one of the GOATs, one of the all-time legends in covering the NBA, wrote an article about team grading teams all seasons. It has the Grizzlies dead last at 30. Or they super active or they active at all really this offseason? No. But unless you feel like there was a gaping need and they just didn't do it or they just made bad decisions, how can you say they had the worst offseason in the NBA?
There's plenty of teams that I could think of that probably got worse.
Bad offseasons, yeah.
Even a team like the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, Denver had a bad offseason. The Clippers had a bad offseason. You kept you retained one of the best shooters in the league. You have a lot of guys coming back that were injured. Mm-hmm. You drafted a guy at 10 that looks like he's going to be a rotation player. I just think it was a really bad take.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the No Bluffin Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. I'm Chris Ingram. This is my guy, Evan Hayes. Before we get into the business, let's talk about a little business. For those of you that watch us on Bluff City Media's YouTube page, obviously we appreciate everything you do over there. We do have people that do like to listen to us, on audio when they're in the car. I know me, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm going to sleep or trying to go back to sleep, but I'm waking up and can't go back to sleep in the middle of the night. For the people that's like that enjoy audio, you've probably been listening to us on our Spotify or Apple podcast page. But coming real soon, I believe Kenny Stubblefield said it's going to be September 1st. We will have a one just united one-stop shop place where you can go to get all your favorite podcasts from Bluff City Media. Us, The Same Show, Two Buck Sports Show, Tigers Untapped, Grizz 901. Everybody, I don't want to miss nobody. So if I did, I'm sorry. But everything Bluff City Media, you'll be able to catch on one localized podcast page. So shout out to Kenny and the crew for getting that together, just making it easy, a one-stop shop for everybody to get that information or that entertainment, I should say. But yeah. Talk a little bit about business. Also, we still looking for sponsors. We done had a couple different talks. We're trying to solidify that. We do have a couple different segments. We got different payment plans or whatever. We can work that out. But make sure if that's something you're interested in to hit us at the No Bluffin Pod. Let me find that. Make sure y'all can type that in and spell that the correct way. On X, the No Bluffin Pod, you can shoot a DM. Also, you can also shoot it to our personal pages as well on X right there. So I'm going to shut up about that. And we're going to get to what we're here to talk about today, which is Jaren Jackson Jr., which to me is at the point of being the Grizzlies' most polarizing player. It used to be Dylan Brooks. I feel like it's Jaren now, and I think if Jaren ever leaves, I think next in line is GG Jackson. And when I mean polarized, I just feel like, literally like people are polar opposites about him on either side of the spectrum. Either people love Jaren or they hate Jaren. It ain't too many people like myself, I'll say. They can be objective on both sides and have a little bit of love and hate for him at the same time, but still respect what he does and what he brings to his team. So I'm going to start with you, because I know I got something that I'm going to say that may just, lead us down a different conversation. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to let you get your, thoughts out about it first, man. With Jaren, just what's your thoughts, about him going into next season, what you want to see him implement, what he needs to do to have a successful year. Before we go there, let's just read off his stats. He did average 22.5 points per game last year, 5.5 rebounds, good God, 2.3 assists, and 1.6 blocks per game, which was down from 3 the year before. His shooting percentages dropped last year as well, but we all know why. He was put into a different role. He was out there trying a bunch of things that, normally he wouldn't, just put in some spots to grow. So I don't really take his drop off and his, shooting percentages like, I don't gauge those or weigh those, a lot, honestly. But yeah, man, with all that being said, Jaren Jackson Jr., the floor is yours.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. I don't really look too much into his shooting percentages dropping last year because his volume raised a lot. He was the number one option on the team for most of the basketball year. So, like you said, I don't really see that much. But for a trip this year, I'm on the side of I want Jaren Jackson Jr. to be on this team for as long as possible, unless something undeniable comes along in the trade market or a signing trade. So I'm saying that with it. I want Jaren Jackson Jr. on this team. We talked about in the past about the guys that I would pick up the phone for, but that list is very short. Speaking of lists very short, I want Jaren Jackson Jr. to solidify himself as a top 3 to top 5 power forward in the league right now. I feel like he's already there, but I feel like a lot of people forget him and his name doesn't get brought up as much as it should. That's just how I see it, for one reason or another. Of course, his rebounding is a big deficiency in his game. But like when we had DeMarco Cole on the show, this is kind of who he is at this point. I'm not saying he can't improve, but I've always gone to believe if people show you who they are, believe them. So that's going into my other point. I want Tripp to average 18 to 20 points, which is very doable. I put him at 7 rebounds. I feel like 7 is doable. I feel like 7 is on the high end, but I feel like that's like the most doable on the high end. And again, I know you may be thinking he may be averaging less because Edie's going to be in there. He's going to be gobbling up all the rebounds, and BC's going to be back. So that's another. But I also think the reason I have 7 because the fact that Edie is there, he's going to create so much space when he boxes out. Some of those rematches is going to fall in Tripp's lap. Just being in the right position. Again, we're all talking hypothetically. Well, not hypothetically. We're talking prediction-wise. Right? Yes, we're on the same page. It should, but you never know. Things may not go out the way we play it. But I think 7. I feel like the maximizing Jaren is 7 rebounds. Maybe that means maybe 2 offensive rebounds a game. Maybe 2 or 3 offensive rebounds a game. So, and I also said I want him to be around 47-50% in the field. The reason I say that, it's a little high, but the reason I feel like he can't get there because on most nights he's probably gonna be the 3rd, maybe 4th option, maybe 5th if like Edie or Gigi get hot. So I feel like that's the perfect role for Tripp to just be who he is, not that much offensive and defensive attention on him, where he can just pick his spots, hit some long balls, slash to the rim, play back-to-backs when you want to, so he can just kind of play free. Ja Morant, Desmond Bain is going to take the most offensive attention. I don't really think most defense are going to game plan for Jaren as much as they do the other 2 guys. So I feel like his percentage with his volume, his percentage and efficiency can go way up. That's why I said I want him to be around 35% from the 3. He shoots a lot of 3s. Jaren shoots a lot of 3s.
Too many.
But I feel like that's going to go down a little bit because we have more guys on the floor. We have Ja Morant on the floor. We have Desmond Bain on the floor. Gigi Jackson is going to take a lot of 3s. These guys are going to take shots away from him, but that's just going to free Jaren up to do more. This is one that I wrote down that I know is not going to happen, but wishful thinking, this is like maximizing Jaren.
Oh, shit.
I see 3 fouls a game or less. That ain't happening.
I
don't think that's happening. But I hope I can get him down to 3 fouls, like 3.0 or less. Because it's not that Jaren just can't play defense. He just gambles a lot. He gambles a whole lot. And that's where we find him getting a lot of in-foul trouble. He tries to gamble for steals a lot. He tries to block shots to a fault sometimes where he feels like he can block everything, which is the quality of a great shot blocker. But he doesn't pick and choose when and when not to. Am I challenging the shot or am I just trying to meet somebody at the rim? It's like he just tries to meet people at the rim almost every single time. Which is
right.
you want him to have that aggressive mentality, and we want him to keep that aggressiveness. But I've always heard this term called control violence. Jaren struggles sometimes with finding that happy medium of being controlled and being aggressive at the same part. So hopefully, I think this is year 7 for him. Yeah, because John's going to year 6. So this is year 7 for him. He can see we play best when he's on the floor. He can't be on the floor if he fouls and he's being too aggressive or too reckless. So that's the type of things that I want to see. Last thing I wrote down, besides all defensive team, I feel like he should be all defensive team if he's healthy and the team is winning. I feel like that's just a given. Jaren Jackson Jr. should be a 10-time all defensive team by the time his career is done. I feel like he's that capable, at least 8 to 10. Last thing I say from everybody, be healthy and use the mid-range game more. I really think Jaren only has 2 modes. Either he's shooting a long ball or he's driving really hard with his left hand and shooting a little jump hook. Jaren is not a very attractive basketball player when it comes to him with his playing style. It don't look good, but it's effective half the time. How I can make that look a little more pretty is it's hard to stop him going downhill. So why can't he just do a little pull-up jumper 10, 12 feet from the rim if he has to touch to do that?
Because he don't
feel like because he has a push shot.
How are you 7 foot with a push shot?
I don't understand.
That shit looks weird, bro.
Like I said, Jared is probably the most effective basketball player I've ever seen whose game looks so bad. Like he's a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
A grown baby. A grown baby. It's what
because he be falling all over the place. And
god damn.
His limbs just be going all over the place. I get your point, but hopefully just 1 or 2 mid-range shots a game. I feel that can open any player, especially a guy like him that can stretch the floor so much. It just opens your game so much more. it can open even playmaking opportunities with him and Edie on a high low. You can operate because the defense has to account for Jaren shooting a 10 to 12 foot jumper. Those are just the little bullet point things that I got. I didn't really have anything crazy. I don't think this is a type of year with Jaren. I feel like Jaren proved he got his licks last year. He earned his stripes last year. I feel like, which is carrying his team the best way he could, being the one option. I feel like he's earned being a number 3 option, number 4 option, and just taking the attention off him, being the best version of him, which I think is being a 3rd or 4th option, and just being that role and being a defensive menace and being a threat on both sides of the floor. So, Trip, I love you, dog. Keep balling, stay out of foul trouble, stay healthy, and know how to block shots the proper way without hurting yourself or anyone else around you. That's my soliloquy is done. So nothing crazy, nothing crazy, I'm just waiting to see what bomb Chris finna drop on me, because when y'all understand when Chris got that look, when he listens to me, I feel like yeah, I'm finna tear this ninja up. Oh. He got that look in his face, like I don't know what I did to Chris, but like I don't know what I did to him to have this look, but I'm game.
It's all out of fun, man. I got a love-hate relationship with Jaren, man. Like it's such a love-hate relationship because on one hand, I look at his rookie year, what he was able to put together his rookie year. And typically, like, you can project the player, right? Like when they showing certain things, certain signs, you can project to see, all right, this is what this player is going to look like 5-10 years down the road. What I saw out of Jaren his rookie year to what he is now is not really the same, but that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not his rookie year. I felt like he was primed to be that next 4 coming up behind Zach Randolph. So where we had a guy that, he could play in the post, but he was a hybrid of that, because he spent way more time in the post his rookie year, probably than he has since then. He was blocking shots. He was hitting threes. He was the evolution in a sense, the beginning of that next gen era. And where he is now is kind of like he's been on cruise control. Like I'll take what I can get, and not just like looking himself in the mirror, bro, and just realizing like this is my God-given ability. I need to maximize this. I hear Shannon Sharp say this all the time. He talks about like he's not better than nobody. He maximizes God-given ability. God gave him the size, the speed, the hands, the little footwork that he felt like he had. And he said, I just worked my ass off with what he gave me. And you look at the end of his career and he accomplished what he accomplished. I look at Jaren, bro, and it's like when you just talking about physical specimen, what else does he need? He's 7 foot. He's 240? Chiseled. No homo. Pause. Athletic. When we're talking about a guy that size, probably has some of the better handles at a guy that size in the NBA. At 7 foot, it ain't too many. Let's take Wemby alien ass out of it. It ain't too many. You know what I'm saying? Can hit the 3. He's got a 3 ball. What is holding Jaren Jackson back? It's, to me, bro, it's always going to be up here with him. When he decides and realizes who he is, what he was blessed with, and basically at times what he's shown, which is none of y'all can hang with me when I decided. Like when that switch does flip in Jaren Jackson's head, nobody can stop him. The problem is that it is a switch and it doesn't always get flipped. I don't know what causes it to get flipped because, I understand his upbringing. I got nothing to say with that. I understand he has a great relationship with his mom. I understand he has a great relationship with his dad. I understand he has a great relationship with his teammates and his coach. So who is making this switch flip? Is it your dad? Is he cussing you out after the game and you come back to this game and you balling? Is Miss Terry giving you a look or a talk? Is Taylor Jenkins ugly ass doing something weird in the locker room that that pisses you off or motivates you.
Dude just caught her straight for no reason. Like we weren't even talking about her. He just caught her straight for no reason.
I'm sorry.
What did he do to you, bro?
He just head ass, bro. I'm sorry. He's a head ass dude, just like your boy Noah Lyles. It's just head ass people in this world.
Chris was a bully in school. I can tell. He's like,
I absolutely was not.
Chris, I can tell you, I can feel. Yeah, you give bully vibes when you was like in high school, or middle school,
nah, bro. So chill, so laid back out the way. But you know, we were Memphis, man. We check. We
I understand that. But if you saw Noah Lyles in your high school, I feel like you would have fried dude up for no reason, just for walking class.
No, it wasn't no reason. No Lyles, he got everything coming to him. Just like he tried to come at my boy Cheetah the other day with that tight ass Adidas shirt on. Weirdo. That man's weird, bro. That man weird. That man's Mark, what is his name, Mark? I'm not, bro. Get out of here, bro. You are anyway. I ain't even gonna get on him with his capping. Anyway, back on. See why you even you should have let that bus fly. Like when I bring up Noah Lyles now, just let it fly. Because you know I'm gonna go.
I won't say that. I just won't say nothing anymore. Because Christian got some feeling towards us that he just can't let. It's like an itch that he gotta scratch every single time. I gotta
scratch that job. I swear. But anyway, I don't know who it is or what it is that makes Jaren, pop that switch, but it does. It comes. I mean, it definitely. We see it. It just we don't see it consistently. We don't see it like we see it in some of these other superstars. And like you hear some of these guys. I think I heard on the other Gilbert Arenas' podcast the other day. They were talking about big men going into 2028. And, I'm iffy about adding Jaren to that list just because what happened in FIBA. Not only from my standpoint looking at it, but from the FIBA or the Olympic organization. Like, they probably looking at that a certain kind of way. And they were talking about, they brought somebody, I think it was Kenyon Martin brought up Jaren, and he's like, yeah, it don't look attractive, but, it gets it done. And they were like, that's me. Like, Jaren, I don't know, bro, because he's the X factor to this thing. If Jaren Jackson comes out and I'm not saying be a dog, I'm not saying be Zebo, I'm not saying be somebody that you're not. Just be the person that we've seen you can be. We've seen you can do it. So I'm not asking you to do something to dig deep for something that's not there. The shit is there. We've seen it. If he's that, especially in the moments where we 100% need him to be, Jaren Jackson is 100% the X factor. If he does that, bro, is no reason why Memphis don't win a title next year. Taking it a step further, I have no problem paying him whatever money he commands. If it's that $250 to $300 million contract, get it done. Let's not even waste no time. The problem is, I don't know if I'm confident in that yet because I haven't seen it yet. Now, we've heard them have different conversations. Him, Ja, Dez, the organization, like this championship or bust at this point. Maybe it has been a permanent switch flip. You got to see that. But if it's not, I'm not confident with saying that I want to commit $300 million to somebody that is that inconsistent up here. That's what scares me. Because I asked you this. This is what I feel like was going to mess you up. Is Jaren closer to Brook Lopez than he is Anthony Davis? Think about it. Think about it. Let me.
Is Jaren Jackson Jr. closer, like in talent and like skill level, to Brook Lopez than Anthony Davis? That's what you're asking.
Role,
like overall,
what he brings to the game.
Yeah, like just
all of that.
I see your point. But I still disagree. I see where you're going with it. I completely do. But I disagree simply because Brook Lopez, like you said, doesn't have the capability to take over games like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Anthony Davis can. He can affect games greatly if he's on with his shot and if he's protecting shots, but the volume.
Let's go back to prime Brook. Not Brook now. Yeah. I'm talking about when he was getting paid the big bucks, Brook.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
He was the
New Jersey,
number
Brooklyn.
3 guy. Yeah,
New Jersey.
Is he that guy?
I still think he's better. I still think
no. Overall, he might be better. Which one is he closer to?
I still would
Is
say
this the
AD.
pendulum?
I would still tip. It's maybe like 55% AD, 45%
Oh
Brook.
man, you too lukewarm for me, bro. You got to go harder than that.
like
Because this is the middle of the pendulum, and you like this. You like barely on this side. I need
because
you.
no,
You got to go one way.
No, like honestly, because okay, let me actually think about that for a second. Let me think. Okay,
why you thinking? Can I tell you why I brought that?
Yeah. Let me think. Go off.
When you talking about Brook Lopez, when like you said, when he was in Brooklyn, he was literally you're looking at a team. Basically, at that point, you're building around him. I can't remember who else. Was it Joe?
Darren Williams, Joe Johnson. Yeah, that crew.
So you building. That's your big three at that point. He's a focal point of your offense. That's why I bring up Brook at that point, or in comparing it to now. Jaren is at best he's number 2 if he's locked in up here. But realistically, right now, he shows that to me, he's number 3 in the pecking order. Yeah. So if I'm comparing him from Brook from that standpoint, Brook has never been a great rebounder, but he's always been a decent 3-point shooter after a couple years in the NBA. And he affected the game in different ways, blocking. He got paid like a
number 3 option,
a number 3 option, and a top 10 and probably big man in the NBA. As opposed to AD, he's been the number 1 guy, been the guy that leads you over the hump, getting to a title, getting paid like a top 3 big in the league, maybe even a number 1 big in the NBA. That's where I'm looking at it from a standpoint. That's why I asked you that question. Go ahead.
No, you good. Like I see the vision, but when I think about it, I still would say I lean towards AD because Jaren Jackson Jaren Jackson Jr. That's a ton. Jaren Jackson Jr. ceiling. That's a lot of Jaren Jackson. Okay, Jaren Jackson Jr. ceiling is a lot higher than Brook Lopez during his prime and what it will ever be or whatever it will be for the rest of his career. That's why I say it. We don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. Year 7. That is right. He's 26, 27, I believe.
He's 25.
He can't be. Dang, he can't because he came in. He was young. He came in at 18 because he went to school early. Yeah, he went to school. He reclassed up. Yeah, you're right. Because he came in the same with Jordan Poole. Well, he went to school. Anyway, yeah. I see your point. I would still say AD because his ceiling is a lot higher. Even if he will never hit, I still would take his ceiling or just his impact on the game higher than Brook Lopez. Because I'm not confident Brook Lopez can go head up with the best bigs in the league like Jaren can.
At that time.
Again, okay, think about that time. Who's the best bigs in the league? Yeah, Boogie Cousins at that point. Anthony Davis. Tim Duncan was still...
No, AD was just coming in, so you can't say he was the best at that time.
Well, AD
was barely getting his ears wet.
Okay, so you got Tim Duncan, you got Boogie Cousins, you got Dirk
on his way out.
Well, Dirk won the championship in 2011. Can't do that. So he was still making All-Stars.
Like I'm saying, old as hell.
Dirk didn't retire to 2020. What are you talking about? When Brook Lopez was in his prime,
we finna do this. Dirk was a broke big dog for 5, 6, 7 years. We ain't finna do this, bro.
Okay, whatever. He was still making all-star teams, but whatever. Okay, I'm trying to think of a Here Ninja. They gave him a Here Ninja.
Him and D Wade got their last all-star. And I said, here y'all go. Get y'all old ass out here.
I'm trying to think of the best bigs in the league in like the late 2000s and early 2010s. Boogie, Tim Duncan, Dirk, who else was a great big? I wouldn't say Roy Hibbert. I wouldn't say that. Bosh, yes. I would take
Amari
Bosh over.
Stoudemire.
Amari, yeah. Trying to think who was like
Dwight.
Dwight, yeah, for sure. Dwight, for sure. Pau Gasol.
Pau was still in there.
Yeah, he was in LA.
You see what I'm saying? Like the big man was kind of starting to fade a little bit at that point. That's why Mark Gasol was so good because
he wasn't in a golden era. He wasn't in the golden era of big man. Yeah. But still within that, I still think if Jaren is locked in, I understand. I don't have no core. Let's say I have no quarrels with anything you said. I completely understand everything you said. I would just, and this is why I don't disagree with you, but this is why I see it differently. You said the only thing we don't see eye to eye on is that if Jaren Jackson plays to the maximum of his ability, that he's gonna be the X factor of this team and to be winning championship. The only reason I disagree with that because I don't think he needs to be 10 out of 10 Jaren for us to win a championship. I just don't.
Why?
Because the talent around him and the guys that we have behind him, I feel like can fill those holes if he decides to lay an egg here and there.
He's the third, possibly second best player on the team.
I get that. But gotta think about it. I feel like
I'm finna cook him. Turn the stove on.
It's too late for this, Chris. It's too late for this, Chris. But no, I don't care. We're here now.
We here now. Let's go.
I want this episode to be an hour and 10, not to be an hour 45.
No. We'll get out of here before that. But come on.
Because okay. Dang it, see, you made me do the thing now. God dang it. I was doing good. But anyway, I think that because Ja Morant, I feel like next year Ja Morant will be the different. I've never thought that Jaren Jackson Jr. is a better option than Desmond Bane. So I've never been in that camp. I've always seen Desmond Bane as the best number 2. Like you, I feel like GG Jackson, no matter how his age is, I feel like he on some nights can be that number 3 guy. Because I feel like he's that damn good. If Marcus Smart is on this team and he's on his gay game, which I feel like he would because he won't have to do so much in his limited time like he did last year, he would be that guy to be that glue guy to keep the team together. And then we're not mentioning Mr. Blackford's energy, Vince Williams. We're not mentioning Zach Edey. I just feel like Jaren doesn't have to be 10 out of 10. I feel like he has to be at least 8 out of 10 for us to win a championship. That's why I say he's not gonna be. In my opinion, I feel like GG is probably the X factor team because he's such a matchup nightmare for a lot of the teams that people haven't seen at his age, his frame, in this type of way. That's why I think he's gonna be vital to this team. Of course, I think Jaren Jr. is very valuable to this team. Very valuable to this team. I would just think if it's gonna be the X factor, it's gonna be GG Jackson. That's just why I don't necessarily see eye to eye with you on that one. Because I have that much high belief in GG.
I'm gonna need a shower.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. So,
I could go. Oh my God, thank you. Can we both, or all that's listening to this podcast, agree? We've been to the playoffs. We've had 2 runs. No, we've had 3 runs in this era of Grizz Next Gen. I had to go back and look at the tape. No, know what? I say that with confidence, even with that one. If Jaren Jackson plays up to his potential in every last one of those playoff runs, I'm talking about the one when we played Utah, where it was only Ja and basically Dylan Brooks. You had a rookie Desmond Bane that was hitting shots here and there. They needed a third guy, bro. They needed a third guy. He was X factored in, and he didn't. Granted, he was coming off of basically missing the whole season, so he was working his way back in. Get that. But if I'm saying he's the X factor in that moment because you need a third guy at that time. We go to the next year. Everybody's, for the most part, is healthy. We going in. We struggle with Minnesota. BC was the X factor.
He was. BC was the X factor in that series. He played great that series.
We needed Jaren Jackson to be that, though. And he was not. We played Golden State. It popped off when we had Ja the first 2-3 games.
Mm-hmm.
We easily win game 1 if Jaren comes out and does what he got to do on a team that's smaller than him. Like, even without Ja, we gave them the business. Like, we were competitive. If Jaren's on his game in that series, we may make it to game 7 and Ja comes back with that tweaked knee or whatever he had going on. And possibly, depending on what happens, if it's a 5th, but if it was a 5th, but History can be changed that quick. Think about that. Golden State beat us. They go on to play Dallas and beat Dallas and go to the finals. I know Luka give us hell, but that year we were just on a different type of time with the swag, the aura, everything like that. And then you go in the next season, we play the Lakers. Jaren has a amazing game one, goes head up with 80. He hit like 30 points. He may have had 8 rebounds, whatever, to his
a bunch of threes. He had a bunch of threes that game too. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And shit the bed or was quiet basically the rest of that series. So that is what I mean by if Jaren Jackson just play up to his ability. Just take what you got, what God has given you, and just lock in mentally. That's Jaren's whole thing with me. Like, it ain't got the rebounds. I got it, bro. Like, shout out to Marcus Savage. We did a podcast last offseason. We did an over-under episode where we were going down the line on different stats with everybody. And I think the over that we had on Jaren rebounds was 7. Or may have been 7.5. And I think that I hit the over because I said, you know what? I think that season he ended on like 6.8. I said he's going to know and see what he needs to do going into next year. If he ended on like 6.8, I can see him getting over 7.5 next year. And that's my thing. If Jaren is at 7.5 rebounds a game, I'm not talking about it's not 10, but that's why like his rebounding, it plays a part. It's low-key more embarrassing than it is. I feel like it really
impacts the game.
Yeah. That's what what it is for me. Like you being 7 feet and getting 5 rebounds, 5.5 rebounds, that's just embarrassing. Is it a make or break of the game? No, because Brook Lopez got a championship and he averaged probably like 3.5, 4, maybe 4.5. I can't remember the exactly off the top of my head. It wasn't 10. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I asked you that question. But yeah, bro, like that's my thing. Like if Jaren turns it on, and again, he's the only player that on his team that literally, for the most part, outside of Zach Edey and Josh Speed, he's a mismatch damn near with anybody he plays. He tore up the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they got Twin Towers by himself. So you talking about somebody who had to guard Edey's 7'5" ass when we playing them. They're gonna try. Like, pick your poison with Jaren and Edey. And more, like I said, Jaren should be the more seasoned guy. I still would like to see him have a go-to move because we know Ja's go-to move. We know Dez is flyby king, downhill Dez. He got all these monikers because we know what he's going to. I know Jaren likes the left hook, but is that his go-to move? I need Jaren to get a go-to move and go abuse that shit. Like, man, bro, I'm so passionate about dude because, like, seriously, bro, like, I don't have, and if anybody in his camp, because I have heard somebody, a Grizzly player has seen this podcast before, this all coming out of love for like, I'm saying this with love for Jaren. Like, I want to see you succeed on this team, with this team. You basically are the longest tenured at this point. When we win this title, I want you there with them, 13. Like, I want you there with them. I want you to hold this shit up. Because you started with you. So yeah, all this come out of love. I got no hate in my heart for Jaren. It's like I see what you can be. We all see what you can be. And it's a little disrespect that comes, with certain lists and some media outlets, things like that. But you got the power to change that. Come out and dominate. You are the freak. You a freak, bro. I ain't talking about the bedroom. I don't know what you do. You probably be freaky as hell there too. But I don't know. But on the court, you are a freak, bro. Like they can't hang with you. Pause. Like this is getting wild. Oh my god. But let me take a step back. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like if Jaren steps up in those moments, can we not agree? If he just steps up in those moments, a lot of Grizzlies next gen history already could potentially be swayed in a different direction.
I agree with you on the Minnesota. I agree with you on the Minnesota series, and I agree with you on the Lakers series, and I agree with you on the first series against Utah. I'm about 75. Agree with you. 25. Don't agree with you on the Warriors series.
Why so?
Because if you look back at that series, yes, could have Jaren played a lot better? Yes, but also you talk about
he deferred to Dylan Brooks and made him lose the game.
No, I get that.
And
I can.
Oh, this is my last point. And please don't forget where you at. This is my last thing I forgot to say. You were saying that you were cool with other guys picking up the slack when Jaren is not on his stuff.
Because I feel like we're the most talented team ever. That's the only reason why.
That's fine. 100% what you're saying is fine. I'm not paying that guy $300 million, though.
Yeah, true.
You don't get $300 million and let the guy that's making $2 million a year. No, it don't work like that, bro. It don't. And if Jaren goes in negotiations with that thinking, that's when I'm like, all right, you too much for self. You can roll. That's when I get pissed off with him. I want to clear that. When you were saying it was burning the shit out of me, I was like, man, I got to respond. Yeah, that's fine. If you're going to let everybody else with this deep team pick up the pieces, that's cool. Just don't sign your name on the line for that $300 million. Just don't do that. Just don't do that part. Cool. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, you good. I understand that. But the reason I say the Warriors here is because if you want to talk about aura and energy, Steph Curry wanted that championship. And Steph Curry played great basketball that whole playoff run, including against the Grizzlies. So I feel like some things are just kind of destined, like, because it's like Draymond had a great series. Jordan Poole had his spots here and there. Really, Jordan Poole really had some inconsistent games against us. Really, Ja Morant really made Jordan Poole his, you feel me? I ain't going to say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. So I feel like that's just Steph Curry was just had on a mission. But if you talk about game one, I was at game one when Jaren was going crazy. Ja missed a very crucial free throw down the stretch in that fourth quarter, last 5 minutes, that could have put us up in the 2-possession game. But Ja missed the free throw. And then, if you remember, the next play down, it was Golden State series, Warriors series. It was game one because I was at that game. I remember this vividly. It was, he got an and one. He hit the cross jab. He got the and one laid up, but he missed the and one free throw. And I said it's gonna bite us. And then like 2 plays down, it was a scramble, and then Klay Thompson got an open 3, and that tied the game up. And then late game execution, and then Ja missed the game winning layup on the same play he did win on in the Minnesota series. So I can't, and again, that's only one game, but like you said, how Grizz history changed. If Ja Morant makes that layup, I feel like Grizz history
free throw.
Yeah, no, both. He missed the free throw, then he missed the game winning
that last layup.
Yes.
But if you get 6 more points from Jaren, we're not even talking about this.
Again, two things are true. 2 things can be true.
Come on,
that's
bro.
why I get. I'm
not
not
saying
the
Warriors.
Like
you,
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Draymond is your Michigan brother. Like, get pissed off about something. Like, I'm not gonna let him get another ring on me or like find motivation in something, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. Because you're right. It's crucial moments like that, very little small, like you said, if he makes that left hand layup with the longer hand, arm, whatever you say he got, we don't even talk about it. But that's why I don't like using stuff like that, because football coach, I hear it all the time. It was so many moments through this football game that led to us losing this game. And my thing is this: if you get a little bit more from Jaren, them games were close, bro.
They were
outside of the one that we bumped. They had about 50.
Yeah,
but them games were close. We'll get 6, 7 more points from Jaren every night. Maybe get an extra 1 or 2 rebounds to change the possession. You just gotta want it, bro. You gotta want it. And I hear the talk. I hear the word salads. I gotta see it.
Yeah, and I get your point, but you can say that about a lot of people. Like if Dez maybe hit 1 or 2 threes, like, and I get.
But can you tell Dez want it though?
Yeah, I know. I said
y'all want it, right?
I can see that. Mentally, you can look at it and see who I say they ready to die for it. You feel like
GG want it, don't he?
I feel like it.
Vince want it.
I feel like he
Smart want it. We know they want it. We don't know if Jaren want it.
I feel like he does. And I completely understand all your points. I don't really disagree with them. I feel like I'm not saying I'm cool with Jaren. I don't know dude personally, but I feel like since he's been here the longest and we've seen him turn it on he overcame his Anthony Davis demons his last year. So hopefully those demons are gone and he can take that mentality against the Giannis's and the Jokic's and the Embiids and every other big man in the league. And hopefully he takes that mentality into this season. because he's been here long and he hears all the noise. So I feel like Jaren Jackson is he's a weak-minded individual. If he hears all the noise, I say he is. If he hears, I'm not saying he is. I'm not going there.
Whoa, I ain't even say that.
I said, which I was speaking in the, you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
If he hears all the noise and doesn't respond, and his team is on his case that we've heard DeMarco Cole say, and he doesn't respond, then that's all I'll be like, okay, he's just a weak-minded individual. But I don't think he's that type of guy. I honestly don't, because we've seen him turn on when he needs to. He has shown up big in some player when he
wants to, not when he needs to. That was my whole argument.
You don't think it's been one playoff moment where he?
I just gave you 3 series where we needed him, was begging him to turn it on. He didn't. That's why I said he does it when he wants to. And I told you, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it's a bad dream. I don't know if it's parents. I don't know if it's coach. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta look at something real. Keep talking. I gotta look at one thing. I just want to see his playoff stats, just so I can. I'm not saying I just want to see. I can see the numbers.
For sure.
What you're going to?
Yeah, like
just each year. I just want to see this real quick. Okay.
Man,
okay. So yeah. Okay. Bet. So the first playoffs year, that was 2020-21. He averaged 13.5, 5.5.
That ain't gonna do
one assist, 1 steal, 1.2 blocks. All right, second 21-22. In 12 games, he has 15.5, almost 6.8 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2.5 blocks. Pretty on 37% from the field. That's not good. Efficiency was bad. 37.8 from the field and 37.5 from the 3. It's pretty dang good. You can take that. So the efficiency was bad.
How many attempts from 3?
It was 6 attempts from 3.
See. What the fuck? All right,
that ain't bad. 30 on 80 to 37, that ain't bad. It could be better. It ain't bad though. It could be better though for sure. It can definitely be better. All right, last playoff series. 18 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 2 blocks, 42% from the field, and 3-point percentage was down to 28% from the 3-point line. So it hasn't been like he just been laying the leg every season. It's been games, yes, that he could have played better. Could he play better? But do I feel like he's just shrinking in the moments? I don't think he's shrinking though. I feel like there's room to grow for sure. I feel like there's room for him to get to that next level. It's definitely next level Jaren can hit for sure. I just don't see it the same way where he just shrinks in those moments as much as you do. But I get most of your points. I really do. I get it.
That seems very Brook Lopez-ish to me. And if he is Brook Lopez, fine. But we gotta be real about it. And like I said, I'm just not paying Brook Lopez $300 million.
I just think it context matters. Like Brook Lopez isn't playing with a top 5 player in the league also either. Brook Lopez. I'm talking about prime Brook Lopez, not talking about Giannis. I'm not talking about Brooks. I'm talking about prime. I'm talking about because you were talking about prime Brook Lopez. You're talking about 100%. So Brook Lopez wasn't playing with a John Morant when he was in Brooklyn. He wasn't playing with a Des, even though Des is in top 5. I give John Morant better than Darren Williams, and I feel like Joe Johnson, Desmond, go head up on most days. You know, it depends on who you ask. You know, like depends on who you ask. You know, I'll take Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson was a bucket. Joe Johnson was a killer.
I give you Joe Johnson right now.
Like I said, it depends on who you ask. It depends on who you ask. But that's why I say context matters in these.
But it should be easier for you playing with a job. That's it. In my mind, you playing with Josh should be easier for you. You getting set up. You getting, the attention ain't on you. You're not getting the best defender every night. And if you are, most of these dudes are definitely smaller than you. So I see it both. I don't know. I see it both ways. I feel what you're saying. I do. But again, we talking about his ceiling. You said earlier ceiling, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Your ceiling is that high, and we've seen you cut it on before. If I had never seen Jaren do the shit he's done before, all right, cool. This is what it is. We'll be good when Gigi takes their next step. That's what we waiting on.
My only question is, why don't you think Gigi is the X factor on the team? That's what I just want to see why you don't think Gigi's there. Because I feel like he's gonna have a great year this year. And I feel like a lot of teams are gonna count for him because he's under the radar when you have the Jaren and the Dez and the Trips getting all the attention. That's why I feel like he will be the X factor. Being you are the king of the Gigi fan club, like I thought you would be on me.
I'm trying to make sure I explain this the right way. I can't even give you an educated scientific reason outside of because Jaren's supposed to. He's supposed to.
I respect it, but I respect
he's 2-3 in the pecking order. He has, when we're talking about tools, he has the most tools. Like his bag is the deepest on the team. He just don't use his tools the best. And again, we finna pay this man potentially $300 million. Ninja, you have to be the X factor. Who was the X factor for the Milwaukee Bucks championship? I'm gonna say Chris. Chris closed. I don't know. That's me. Like Drew played hella defense and shit, but without Chris points, I don't think they win. Like he saved them a lot of times. And that's what I'm looking at.
Jaren. I get you. I was just Drew because he played a lot of these, but he also ran the offense too for them too. That's why I say. True. That's why I say Drew. That's why I say Drew Holiday. But I will give you Chris Middleton.
But he's what, that 3? You same thing though. Like he's that 2 to 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even if you switch between them, Gigi and I love like y'all listen to this part. Y'all know. I don't think they're gonna unleash him next year. Just be keeping it G. And to be quite honest, like I don't know if he's ready to be the X factor. Like X factor means like he's gonna make plays. Don't get me wrong, Gigi's gonna make plays. X factor to me just means we're depending on you to sway games. And I don't think Gigi's gonna sway a game.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
Okay, that's where our definition is different. You said the key word you said is depending. When I hear X factor, I mean a guy that can come in and with their play tip the sway of the game, but they're not depending on that. They're not depending on we need Gigi to drop 20 a game. That's where we're different. You said the word dependent. You said the word depending. I don't see that's that's no right or wrong. That's just how we're different on that. I see. Okay, for example, we're talking about
who's the Celtics X factor?
The Celtics X factor. But okay, I'm not gonna say Drew. I would say, like, from my opinion, it would be someone like Derek White that came in and just made the right plays that were needed at the time to tip the well over the game. Because you know what JB gonna do, you know what JT gonna do. Drew Holiday was just being solid the whole time. I think it's a guy like Derek White who made key plays, who made good defensive plays, made big shots when he needed to. That's what my definition of what an X factor could be, of a guy that may not be on your top docket of your top guys, but can also come in and play key roles down the stretch, key moments like that. Like you said, and that's in the Minnesota series. BC was the X factor that series. We weren't depending on him to do that, but he just showed up when he needed, and he found himself playing key minutes down the stretch. That's the role I can see Gigi doing this year.
That's because our boy ain't show up like that. Somebody's gonna beat. Truth being told, Derek White probably had to do more because who didn't show up in the finals like that? He had a good finals. Tatum ain't had no dominant finals. So sometimes guys gotta step up just because you know what I'm saying. Like I gotta do the dirty work. You right. We probably looking at this differently. I just feel like if Ja does his thing, Dez is gonna do his thing. Edie. From your definition, I think Edie might be an X factor in that sense, just because of mismatch. But
yeah, maybe
I just feel like, bro, we don't win okay, put it like this. If Jaren don't live up to his potential, we don't win a championship. I feel that in my heart 100%.
Okay, so last thing, I know this is going long because again, we see Jaren. So what is your maximum potential of Jaren then? Because that's where I feel like we did get this thing. So what is your? I want to hear that. What is you say potential? So what is his potential? What is max 10 out of 10 Jaren for you?
I don't have numbers. It's just dominant, impactful. As I said, I started this conversation with it's more mental than anything with him. Taking over a game, taking over a play, swaying a game, not getting talked or played out of your game, like locking in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so I can say the mental aspect in so many different ways, adjectives, scenarios, but that's really what it comes down to. If he's locked in and impacting the game, both sides of the ball, which he has the ability, and we've seen him do that, we win these games. If Jaren is, here you go. If you don't even realize Jaren is on the floor like you do in a lot of playoff games, we're not winning. We ain't winning. Period. Like I said, I'm not gonna put a number on it. It could be 18 points a game. It could be 8 rebounds. It could be 2.5 blocks. It could be that. But I'm talking about timely at the end of the game, 4 seconds left, 50 seconds left in the game, making a play, not giving up on a trail or making a dumb, like you talked about so eloquently, playing defense smart. If Coach Painter can strategize, we're gonna get off this and we're gonna end on 2K race real quick and get out of here. If Coach Painter can find a way to scheme Zach Edey to stay on the floor for damn near 40 minutes a game, to not get in foul trouble, and to play smart as a 22-year-old, 23 maybe, Jaren Jackson in his 7th year being 25 years old with a DPOY and an all-star under his belt, asking for $300 million, should be able to do that, bro. And again, I say all that with love, and I hope he's going to do that because I want him on this team too. It's just if he can't do that, either we got to knock that down, or if you want that, we got to do what we got to do because Gigi's coming, Vince is coming, Edie's coming. We got to pay them too, bro. So that's all. That's really it. Lock in, Jaren. Yeah. Lock in, bro. Because we need you. The city,
I agree.
If you care for the city like you say you do, let's go.
Put on for the city.
Let's go.
Like Jeezy said, I put on for my yes.
And be able to talk about our food better than what you did on Paul George podcast too, because that was embarrassing. That man. Anyway, go ahead.
Last thing I know, I get your point. I feel like he's gonna be a vital part of this championship puzzle. Yes, I feel like he's huge. We need him. I feel like we need him to show up. Yes. The only reason why I just don't, when I think of, and that's where we're different. When I think of Jaren, 10 out of 10 Jaren, I don't think just dominating, taking over the game. I just don't. Because I feel like, because how I said last week, how I feel, that's why I didn't put it in this week. Remember
impact. I said last week? Not one-on-one, not Zebo getting the ball, just impact. That's what I mean by taking over. Just impact. That's it.
Okay. Still. And I want that, but I just don't see that. Because remember how I said last week, I want to see Dez take over games? It's the reason why I didn't put that this week with Jaren. I just don't see Jaren as that. I just don't see Jaren as that. I don't see Jaren that guy that can like, I bet. All right, Trip, take us home.
So when you want Dez to take over the game, what are you saying by that? What are you envisioning when you say that?
Just
the ball is in his hand and he's making plays.
That could be either the ball in he making plays or we finding him. We drawing plays up for Dez. Whichever way.
That's not what I'm saying with Jaren.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. Impact the game. Whether it be you and Ja, you setting crazy screens. You and Ja 2-man game. He's throwing alley-oops. You blocking shit all over the floor. You getting hands on ball. That's what I mean by impact.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. I'm gonna see if you, because when you was talking, I looked them up, and this is kind of where I feel like I may. KG in 2008 NBA Finals. Is that kind of what he wasn't the Finals MVP that year?
Thank you. There we go.
Okay, we're in the same place. We're in the same place then. Okay, that's exactly who I thought about when you started talking. I was like, I think he's imagining KG in 2008 because I looked at stats. He averaged 18 and 13. He's not gonna get 13 rebounds, but he was impacting the floor. He was setting screens. He was active on defense. He was talking mess. That's where you see. That's where you see.
Lock in. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
We good.
I ain't saying 25 and 20.
Yeah.
He ain't that. I just need you to be your presence to be known. There
Okay,
you.
that's
Perfect. Perfect.
That's a good representation. I was like, I was really trying to find where you were. Okay, now I see you now. Okay, KG 2008 wasn't the best player on the team. Wasn't scoring 30 a game. When the ball wasn't in his hands, but you felt his presence on the floor.
That's it.
We can close out now. We good.
Yeah,
I understand.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about 2K next week. We went long on this. We'll talk about 2K next week.
I told you I was gonna be at hour 40. I told you.
Hey man. Hey,
I told you I wanted. I told her. I said I want this to be an hour 10 because I got somewhere to be in the morning. I'm super tired. I said nope. When Chris get going, it's gonna turn to hour 40. I just gotta go along with it. And that's because Chris my dog. I'm gonna do it, so I ain't gonna phone it in for him. But I told y'all it was gonna be an hour 40. So
hey, I knew Jaren was gonna make it happen anyway. I knew that.
For the algorithm purposes, I hope the views still be going up because I understand y'all be tuning out when lost. So hopefully y'all.
Nah, when they see me sweating, they like, hold on, oh, they sweating. Oh, hold on. Let's see what's gonna happen.
They been playing with his hair now. He missing his
eyes.
Okay, yes, he gets stressed out a little bit now.
Yeah, they know the cues, man.
So yeah, for people that are audio, hopefully y'all can feel it through the screen or feel through it through your headphones. If y'all are audio, hopefully y'all can feel it.
If you can't get on the tube, man, get on the
tubes. Y'all can get the full immersive No Bluffin podcast experience. You know, you feel me?
Yes, sir. Man, y'all put in the comment, let us know what does success look like for Jaren going into 24-25. Again, we want the best for him, man. Like I said, if he does what he do, we want a chip. No question asked. And I want that more than anything. So I know we want that more than anything. So
yeah, for sure.
Y'all let us know how y'all feel about that. Whew, that's it, dog. I told you before we hopped on, man. We was gonna be all right when we got done with this show. I thought we were gonna be all right. We're gonna get some good sleep.
Ooh, I need that. I need that.
Yes, sir. Well, man, y'all be safe on that trip, bro. I'm sure something crazy happened throughout the week. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You had anything you want to plug or announce before we get out of here?
Nah, man, I'm good. I just want to peep. Y'all got to peep the Street Fighter. I thought that was just a tough hoodie to wear. The Street Fighter hoodie with the on the side, you know, for my video game fans out there. You know, I love my Grizzlies. But you know, I'm a nerd at heart. So
have you seen the Street Fighter movie? You muted. I can't hear you. I can't even hear you. Gunslaw. Just thumbs up, thumbs down. Have you seen the live action Street Fighter movie? Came out like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I can't hear you, dog. It's over with. There you go.
Oh, dude, did I like the Street Fighter? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, the movie.
I did like it. It wasn't very accurate to some stuff in the game. But I did enjoy it though. I'm a sucker for comic book movies, so man. If you throw some good stuff with some good action on screen, 9 out of 10, I'm gonna like it. As long as you don't go like
some tech and some Mortal Kombat. I mean, they doing all this other Marvel stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, it's we need some more variety in the superhero genre for sure. Like, I'm gonna throw it out there because I hate that they dropped. Remember, you're not a Power Rangers fan, but they dropped the Power Rangers movie in 2017.
Are you crazy?
You're a Power Rangers fan?
Oh God, one of the biggest.
Also, did you like the Power Rangers movie they dropped a few years ago?
It wasn't bad to me as what people thought. I was waiting on number 2. Tommy done died on us, but when they had the green thing at the end.
With Tommy I was like, where the second one at? I was like, dang, I was mad when they canceled that.
It didn't perform well apparently.
In the box office, yeah.
It was that or the sales, but shit, yeah, man. I watched that. In fact, I think I watched it again like maybe a month or 2 ago.
I thought it was a good movie. Me and my brother were very much entertained watching that in the theater.
Yep, man. Hell yeah.
We need more. Whoever in Hollywood is making those decisions about superhero, comic, whatever, just give them more variety. I love Marvel all day. I'm the biggest Marvel fan, but I'm not gonna lie, I get kind of tired too because it's all these different trailers and all these different movies and TV shows. It is like,
yeah, it's a lot.
we're trying it. Bring Tron back. I know that's a super big callback. I know most of you folks don't know what Tron is no more. Tron Legacy with the folk with throwing the disc and stuff. You didn't remember that, do you?
The only Tron I know was they like on some motorcycles or something.
That's what I'm saying. Tron, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
I ain't watch it.
Back Tron,
but I played a game. It was something like that. I think
Tron was dope. Bring back He-Man. Bring back everything.
Less Tyler Perry movies.
Please, less Tyler Perry movies. I love Tyler Perry giving black people work in Hollywood, but less Tyler Perry movies, more
less Power books.
Please.
Can we stop with the same hurt? Less slave movies. You give.
Please, let's slave. Bro,
can we do something different, bro?
Hollywood be depressing kind of black people, bro. We just love putting black people in pain. Like
black trauma, boy. It sells.
Either it's a wife with an abusive husband, a single dad that wife died, a kid with no parents, or a slave. A kid with no parents or a slave. That's it.
Oh, bro,
that's literally all black movies, man. That's literally all black movies are. Like,
oh boy,
just why we smarter us than being depressed all the time, y'all. Like,
I swear, what a life set. What a nutty professors. What a funny shit is. Like, I don't get it, bro. I'm like, so tired of black trauma.
We're happy people in heart. We love God. We're happy people.
That's why people be scared, man. They so angry.
Like, no, we not angry.
We really not, bro.
We really just be tripping over everything.
Yeah, go watch 85 South. If you want to know the life of a black person, just go watch 85 South. That's how we really live.
It's a great representation of a regular black household.
Yep. Yes. Oh God. Oh,
everything ain't daddy left and daddy didn't come back, and now we hate daddy. Or mama died of cancer when we was 5, so daddy trying to make ends. That's not all about black people, man. Like it's just not. But that's all you see in Hollywood. No, and it's all the dark skinned man beating on the light skin. I know. I ain't finna go.
No, the imagery. The imagery. Golly.
The imagery be imaging. They be doing it. Like, be happy. That's all I gotta say. Be happy. I gotta go to sleep, y'all, because you can see I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep.
At 12 o'clock in the daytime, look at him. He going to sleep. He might. I'm just playing. We record this late at night this time.
Nah, but y'all, Chris calls me. If y'all don't know, Chris calls me the oldest 20-year-old he's ever met.
That's a
he
fact.
Checks me all the time because I be in the bed by like 10:30 if I don't got nothing to do. I don't go out like that. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So he be like, bro, what do you do? I be like, I be at the gym. I be at the I don't know, y'all. Chris is looking.
We read a newspaper out front. Come on, bro.
With the glasses on my rocking chair.
Man, watching the whole neighborhood. Look at this old youngster right here. Man, come on, man.
Hey, young blood, let me get a shot.
Young OG.
That's all I do. All I do is watch Friends, Martin, Fresh Prince, How I Met Your Mother. I watch How I Met Your Mother sometimes. What else do I watch on a regular basis? I watch I watch Full House. I watch Full House regularly. What else do I watch?
You might need some Tyler Perry movies, bro.
I'm talking about like TV shows. Okay. I watch House of Pain. So yeah, all them. So that's so yes, I'm old. I'm an old.
Feel good shows, bro. Bring them back.
Yes, I'm an old person at heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the people that think I should be watching. I can't even think of no good. What's the show the strippers called? I forgot what it's called.
P Valley.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, I hate that show. I can't stand it.
Hey, what's her name? Mercedes was my high school teacher. Shout out to Miss Dead Serious, Miss Evans.
Are you swear to God the actress in the show?
Oh God.
Did you go to Southwind? Did you go to Southwind?
Yeah, when the first year that school was open, we had 9th and 10th grade. I was in 10th grade. She was my 10th grade English teacher. I think she taught English. I'm almost sure. Y'all, hey, if y'all went to Southwind when Miss Brandy Evans was there, y'all let me know. Man, them young boys, us young boys, boy.
Y'all was fixated.
Well, we was wilding at 15, 16 because she looked the same. Well, she was obviously younger then, but yeah, bro, yeah. She was actually 10th grade into 6th, I believe.
That's very funny.
I ain't watched one episode of P Valley, not one. Don't intend on it.
Nah, it's not. I wouldn't recommend it.
I seen little murder storylines. Said I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Y'all have it.
I was forced to watch. I'm gonna stick to my Bel Air. That's the most I get. I'm gonna stick to Bel Air. That's like the height of my adultness television I consume. So hey,
and I've been watching Pop the Balloon and Love Island the last 2 weeks. So hey,
can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. So stupid. That show is all that stupid to me.
Oh, you and your girlfriend move in. You be sitting there. We're gonna call back to this.
I'm gonna tell her now. Like, hey, we ain't finna do that. I'm telling you. Hey,
sound good.
Let me watch my sports. I'm gonna be watch my sports, and she can be watching
good.
X, Y, and Z. You know, I'm gonna be
married folk. People that's been in a long-term relationship. Tell this boy how that changes. Hello.
Yeah, I know y'all got more than one television in the house. You can watch your stuff. Then
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got about 6 TVs in this mug.
Exactly. So
guess what I'm finna do when I get up out here? It's probably finna be Love Island and Pop the All right, let's get out of here, bro. We up here rapping. It's an hour, 52 minutes. We appreciate y'all, man.
Kenny be mad as hell at us.
Hey, I'm sorry. It was a good episode, man.
We love you, Kenny. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm sick. But you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. You get what you get. You don't have a fit. We tell that to our 3-year-old. Oh man, we getting out of here. Great episode. Appreciate y'all locking in, staying with us to the end, man. We're gonna catch y'all next week, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere on Twitter, X, wherever you get that. You seen them, go back. If not, catch a nigga episode because we finna get out of here. Y'all have a blessed week, safe week. Do something that makes you feel happy. And we'll catch y'all next week. We out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.